Well, good morning to you from Pakefield Beach. It's quite a few days since I've been able to make a video, and sometimes circumstances just don't permit, as I've been saying to many of you on my community tab, that I would come on here as and when I'm able to. And I thank you for your prayers and your encouragement, and not just for this time, but over the period that I've been doing all these videos, and that you folk have been faithfully watching me. So I've just got two small scriptures to share with you this morning. This morning I was thinking about tribulation. And of course there are many videos about tribulation, aren't there? We tend to focus tribulation on just the end times. I was thinking about flavors. You know, we have flavors of ice cream, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, you know, the Neapolitan one that has all the flavors mixed together. And I was thinking about flavors of tribulation, different types of trouble and distress that we all suffer at different times in our Christian life. And we never know when they're going to come upon us. We never know when our lives are going to change, what difficulties are going to arise. And they're not always related to futurist things that we talk about, as I say, but they're just sometimes things in our personal lives. And we could list them, couldn't we? We've all been through various different ones at different times. And I was thinking about it in terms of two scriptures, as I said. It's John 16:33 that came to my attention this morning. And Jesus said, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world." And it's when we're deep in the midst of trouble, deep in the midst of going through something, Jesus says, "My peace is there." And he's already overcome the trouble that we're in. He stands on the other side of that trouble, and he's encouraging us across. Although the terrain is difficult, the country isn't easy, he says, "I'm here on the other side. And not only am I guiding you over, but I've put within you a peace, a joy, that you can know as you look ahead that the answer is there for you." Mathew 24:21, something struck me in that this morning. Jesus here is talking about the great tribulation. "For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, never to be equaled again." It was those words at the end that struck me that I've never really thought about. Never to be equaled again. And we go through times of distress in our own lives. And sometimes the Lord is merciful. He doesn't allow that trouble to ever occur again in our lives. It's not equaled. Sometimes it's a learning experience. Sometimes it's just something that God wants to develop within our character. Patience and courage and hope. And he is the enabler. And sometimes he just says that I'll take you through this, and once you've been through this and you've come out the other side, you'll have a testimony to share, and it'll be a wonderful testimony. But just be patient, take it through, go through it, and God will bring you out so that you can see those that have suffered the same things, and you know what to say to them. You know how to encourage them. None of us likes trouble. None of us likes difficulty. We always want to have the fair weather time, don't we? All heard that expression, fair weather friends. People that stick by you when things are going well. Maybe you're generous towards them. Then there comes a time when you need their friendship and it isn't there. And that's what the Lord is saying. Stick with me when the weather isn't fair. You've had experience in the past of having fair weather, and you will again. And that's the lovely thing about hope. We will again experience the joys and the good things. So even as we see the world darken, and the things around us becoming more and more evil, more and more light is shining upon us, and more hope developing in our hearts. But we need that courage, we need that boldness and strength, and it only comes from Jesus alone. It all comes from him. Nothing of yourself. It's hard sometimes to throw pride away and to want to take up the reins ourselves, pick up the sword like Peter did when he cut off the soldier's ear. Jesus was firm with him, wasn't he? But that wasn't the way that his kingdom was going to be built. It wasn't going to be built with the hand of man with a sword in his hand. It was going to be built with the hand of God on a firm foundation, never to sink and never to fall. And so I pray today is a good one for you, a blessed one. It will be enjoyable. And whatever you're going through, you will realize that sometimes the greatest distress can be a good thing because it's never equaled again. And we can have that joy of knowing that eternity is far bigger than our distresses that are here for a moment of time. Have a blessed day.